Hey folks, welcome back to the Dyson Sphere program. Last time we got started on our new mall, and as usual I did something wrong. We actually don't want to supply here, we want to demand. We want other suppliers to send us goods, so these are all going to be demand. That said, we now need to produce some logistics drones, and then set up towers to supply this tower. So, if we're going to be making logistics drones, where do we make those? Or how do we make those? Okay, logistics drones require thrusters, processors, and iron. Let's go make some of these to get started. All right. So we need thrusters, we need iron. Let's see what we've got here. Oh wow, actually, we got some upgrades, and look at this. Kind of impressive. We've got a lot of options now for storing emergency logistics stuff. All right. Let's dump off our extra there. Let's delete that. Okay. Let's grab some iron. Let's grab some thrusters, if we have those available. I'm not sure if we do or not. It looks like we don't, so we're gonna need to craft some. Alright, how many does a drone need? 2? Let's make 100 of those and stick it in our back pocket. So we'll need 200 steel, 300 copper. We have steel production over here, do we not? Yeah, over here. Here we go. All right, 200 steel, 300 copper. Let's go ahead and make the thrusters. Make 100 of those. Then what else are we going to need? We're going to need processors, of which we have 38. So we'll need 100 of those. What are we doing? We've got 100 thrusters, so we're making 50 of these. Need 100 of those, 100 of those, 1,000 iron. Okay, let's go get processors and iron. Where do we have spare iron? Not there. Looks like I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, plus 1 to spare. And then processors we have down here somewhere. Yeah, we need... how many of these? 200, I think we said? We have 38. Let's grab 2 stacks. Okay. And when that replication is complete, then we'll be able to make a bunch of these logistics drones. Now, the next thing we're going to need is a couple more planetary stations. Let's get to work on that. Let's see. How many of these can we make? We can make 1. So we definitely need some more particle containers. We're going to need more steel and more processors. So realistically, we want to get this set up to produce more. We need more microcrystalline components. Let's grab some of those. I think we have production over here. And again, the reason we're making this automated mall is to fix this problem of constantly needing to fill up these boutique production chains manually, so that once the mall is automated, we'll have everything we need. I want to make processors. Yes. Okay. Let's send the microcrystalline components over. We'll keep 1 stack for ourselves. This recipe is 1-to-1, so we need, looks like, we're close. So 200, we need another 200, we need another 300 circuit boards. Let's grab those. think I put in too many. Okay. That'll get to work on some more processors for us. Okay. That all seems good. This is very slow to manually produce, unfortunately. But let's head over here now. Let's head over in this direction. Back to our new mall. It's over here somewhere. Here we go. Okay. Now, this is going to need to be supplied. We're going to put the drones in here to go demand from a supplier. But if we look at the planet from here, where's the nearest iron veins that we can set up on? This whole area is pretty empty of veins. We've got coal, crude oil. Yeah, it's pretty empty over here. Not sure why. Huh. Wow, there's really not a lot of iron nearby. There's really not. There's some over here, but that's in use. We might be running out of iron on this planet. Do I have any more that we're not using? It would be nice if you could, like, filter this. We've got iron veins there. We've got one more vein of iron over here. So my idea was to build a planetary tower to supply... Hold on, where am I? This is at the pole? Where am I right now? Where's the nearest iron to this? Yeah, there's iron veins over here. We might be getting to the point where we need to go mine iron on Alwaid I and send it through. So the plan is to have them all along this strip here. What if we threw down an interplanetary somewhere over here? This seems like a good place for interplanetary, and then we can send some raw materials from Alwaid I over. I don't know if we want to spend the energy to transport raw iron though. But it seems like we don't have much of a choice. It seems like we've used up all of the iron on this planet. Let me zoom in a little closer here. So in terms of things that are nearby to where the mall is planned, yeah, there's no more iron on this planet. So I don't know that we have a choice. Yikes. Okay. Well, that's news to me. I guess we want to come here. I guess this is what we're doing this episode. We're going to go get some iron together. And we're going to set down an interplanetary here. And we're going to send iron, raw iron from Alwaid I, I guess. Let's see if we can set this up. So transportation, we need one interstellar logistics station here, right? Can I craft one of these? No, I don't have the materials. I can craft the planetary logistics station, which I was going to do. And then we'll have to head back. Let me also, while I'm here, let's craft some of these logistics drones. How many of these can we make? 50? Yeah, let's get these in production. See how many we can slot into this thing. Okay. So as we produce them, it should... I think when you open this up, it slots in more. So we've got 6. What was all this iron for? I don't remember. So it can carry more than 10. We've got 11 in here right now. I guess we can craft these while we're doing something else. That's fine. We'll just come back and crack this open later. Okay. Let's get the interplanetary... We're going to need 2 interplanetary logistic... Well, no, we have one on Alwaid I already that we can just route our iron to. For the first time, you've used a logistics drone to transport titanium ingot. This transport route is 315 meters long. Spaces are expanded by this brand new way of transportation. That must be taking from our planetary. Hold on. So, where did we put that? Where's that stretch of land we're working on? Where is that? It should be on the equator somewhere. This guy looks like is flying over here to get titanium ingot. Interesting. Interesting. So that'll fill the demand for titanium ingots. That's good. Would it also be doing the... Yeah, it's filling up the silicon too. So if we transport iron and copper ingots to this interplanetary station, that should fill up that. So we really only need one interplanetary station. Okay, that's good news. Okay. So let's figure out what we're doing here. Why did I come here? I need these thingies. I need the particle containers. Okay. So we're going to need... I guess we won't need an interstellar logistics station on Alwaid I either because we already have the planetary. We can just fill that up. Okay, that's good to know. So what are we going to need on Alwaid I? We're going to need miners. We've got 25. We're going to need depots. We've got sufficient of those. We're going to need arc smelters. We got a lot of those. So I think we're just gonna... I think we're just going to go up to Alwaid I and build some arc smelters and some copper and iron ingots and ship them to this planet because we might have more copper actually. I don't know. Let me take a look at what we've got. Let me filter to not yet planned. I don't know, not a lot. Let me look around over by this side of the planet, which is what we're interested in. So nearby we have crude oil seeps. We've got some stone veins we're not really mining. Crude oil, crude oil, crude oil. Coal, crude oil, and crude oil. Yeah. What else have we got? Mostly coal and crude oil and stone that isn't actually being consumed yet. The rest of the veins on the planet feels like we're largely using up. Interesting. Okay. Well... So our capacity for our interstellar drones is pretty high. I don't know how much they can carry. But we are going to need a lot of iron and copper as we move forward with this plan. So let's go set up on Alwaid I. Let's go set up some interstellar transport for copper and iron ingots. Now the other thing we could do, I think we do need to do that. We also want to transport more like higher tech, higher chain end stuff through space, but we are going to need raw materials here on Alwaid 3. And Alwaid 1's the closest and easiest way to get them. We might need to set up a second planetary thing over there. What is this? 12 light years away, 11 light years. We can see other stars. Interesting. Okay, well, for now... Oh, look, we can see this is the northern side of the ecliptic. The southern side. Interesting that the hive is in a polar orbit around the sun. Oh, look how many stars are nearby. Wow. It's really starting to open up. Okay. I do think we need the raw materials. We need copper and iron ingots from Alwaid I, so let's go. Okay, let's see how fast we can get there with our new fusion power. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we can get there wicked fast. Look at this. 1,500. 1,500 meters per second, 1.5 kilometers. Very cool. Now, we really don't want to miss the planet. And look how fast we're charging, too. We've barely touched our fuel sources. Those proliferated fuel rods are fantastic. Let's make sure we land on the... slam into, I guess, the planet. So where's our planetary station? Our interplanetary logistics station. Okay, it's right over here. So, the plan is, this guy's going to be sending copper and iron up to our friends, up to our home base. I maybe should have brought, well, this can carry 365. Let's see. So we've got iron veins right here. We can set up some really nice smelting here. Let's see how much we can produce. If we can saturate, if we can produce 360 per minute, that would be ideal. And we can just belt that in here. We can start with iron ingots. So yeah, let's set... Oh, something's happening. All right. We can send up to 5 things here. I think... So interestingly... Let's go with iron. We're going to demand locally and supply remotely. And I think this week we're going to want a little bit higher. We'll set the maximum at 6,000. Or... No, maybe not, because in transit, like, I don't know. I guess we'll keep these around 3,000 for now and see how that does. So we're going to supply copper and iron. And we'll set the max to 3,000 for now. I guess that's fine. I would like if we could slot in more than 10. We got another pile sorter upgrade done. We don't need logistics drones here. What we are going to need is belt lines. So what do we have in here? We have a bunch of stuff. I think we want to move this over there. Or what? Do we have space in here? Not really. Okay. Let's put another storage depot here. Let's belt this stuff over. Let's just get it all over there. I mean, I guess 2 should be fine. We get all that stuff over there? How quickly is this going to drain? All right, we'll leave that to transfer all the stuff over there, and then we'll have space for... yikes. This is set up wrong. Let's belt it like this. Why is that having so much trouble? Doesn't like that. All right, let's come around this side then. It's just temporary anyway. There we go. We can put one more on here. Get it out faster. Get it all transferred over. Okay. So let's just set up... Let's try to get a fully saturated Mark 1 belt with 365 iron per minute feeding into the tower. So we'll set down a miner or 2. 180 per minute. 180 per minute. That's 360. That's perfect. Okay. Then we'll need a bunch of arc smelters. Well, let's set up the line first. Let's come like this, maybe. See how we do with that. That looks good. Let's power both of these if we can. Okay. So now arc smelters. We want you to produce iron ingots. You can produce 60 per minute. So 3 of you will eat all of the output from this, and then 3 more after that should be fine. Let's just, let's get this set up, and then we'll shift copy it. So, in goes the ore. Out goes the belt, which needs to make its way over here. Oh, this might not be great. Because we're shrinking as we head in towards... Yeah, this is the pole. The way I did this is kind of wrong. Let me change this. Let's instead... Let's have you come along like this. Along this line. We'll have you join up. There we go. Okay. Now we start setting up smelters. All right. Apparently I need to get rid of this. Now I have a bunch of stone I don't want, and iron ore I don't want in my inventory. Okay, get rid of that. Let's have an output belt come along here. Figure that out. Okay, you're gonna make iron ingots. So iron ore goes in. Iron ingots come out. Make 6 of you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, hold on. Okay, that gets me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Looks like we need a skosh more power over here. All right. And then we need to... This is done. Very nice. Let's get rid of these. All right. Now we can bring the output over here. Now, interestingly, it won't... Oh, I need to set up the... Hold on, I need to set up the filter to allow it to go in here. Okay, so the filter here... Wait, why isn't this working? For some reason it won't... Alright, let me try it like this. We'll pull it from here out. We'll set the filter to iron ingots. We'll reverse the path. And we'll connect it up like that. Okay. This belt should be fully saturated. And we're sending iron ingots in. That seems good. Now, we do want one more thing, which is... these veins will eventually be depleted. So we want, like, a couple backup veins over here. I wonder if I shouldn't... Well, let's see what happens once this... Because this should be making 60 per minute, right? And we've got 8. What's going on here? Why aren't you guys working? Product overflow. The belt should be able to hold... The belt should be able to hold... 6 per second, so it should be able to hold 360. Seems like we're barely getting 240 on. Why is that? You're producing 60, 120, 180, 240. There should be room on the belt here. Shouldn't there? What have I gotten wrong here? Transport speed is 6 per second. There's 60 seconds in a minute. Like, each of these is putting out 1 per second, right? So why are we getting full up and not able to output here? What am I missing? What have I done? What do I not understand about this? Huh. I'm very confused here. It feels like, excuse me. It feels like the belt should hold 360 items. It's conveyor belt Mark 1. Each of these is putting out 1 per second. Let's try maybe... Let's try taking this out. Let's see, because I think it had some extras in there. Let's see, are these backing up now? What about you? Are you backing up? No. Okay, so there was some extra in there, I think, that was causing problems. I think it's working now. Let's watch this for a minute. Yeah, I think now it's working fine. Okay. Let's dump some extra. We have some extra iron in here. I mean, I guess I can carry it back. That's not a problem. We can put it in the temporary mall. These guys have run out of missiles, which is not great. I didn't bring any with me, did I? I guess I have some to spare in my inventory that I can pop in here. That'll help for a while. Okay, so there's 360 iron ore per minute. 0 in transit. Demand local, remote supply. Shouldn't this... Did we not set up the planetary back home? We might not have set it up. Okay. Well, we need to now do the same thing with some copper. We need to find some local copper, and here's some right over here that we can use. Let's do the exact same setup. Let's get a belt ready for the ingots. We'll set the filter here to copper. We'll reverse the path. Okay. Let's bring this over here alongside the solar array over to the copper. I think I've done the thing where I reverse the path again, haven't I? Yeah. Let's see if we can fix that. Yeah, it looks good. Okay. I might bring this down a little bit earlier. Oh, let's just do it like that. Let's delete this. And then we'll have the output line coming like here. Okay, let's set down our smelters. Or let's set down one smelter at least. So you're gonna be here. You're gonna be making copper ingots. You're gonna output to the output line. Looks good. Then we're gonna have a line coming along here to feed you copper. Or copper ore, rather. Looks good. All right, let's make 6 of these. Is that going the right... Did I do this right? Is that going the right way? I think so. All right, 6 of these. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, that looks good. We can delete the extra here. And then we can figure out how we want to feed this line in a second. So we're going to make room for the miners here. Let's throw the miners down. If we can get 5, that would be ideal. There's 5, 180 per minute. Let's get another one going with 5, if we can. There's another 5. Okay. And then our kind of backup production can be this one. For when one of these mines runs out. Okay. Let's see if we can get this hooked up. We can. And we'll add this to it. That looks fine. Okay, we'll add the last one over here, the emergency line, or the extra, the backup extra line, whatever you want to call it. Send this way. Okay, so those 3 miners are feeding in copper ore, sufficient to produce 360 iron ingots per minute. Let's power everything. All right, let's see. Let's see it happen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so 360 iron ingots and 360 copper ingots per minute coming from Alwaid I, getting shipped interplanetary. Looks like it's going to work. Looks like we're eating into quite a lot of our high purity silicon. How much of this are we producing? Can we produce more? Do we need to produce more? We're using 1 vein's worth. Looks like we're eating into that quite heavily. It's slowly recovering. This might be partially because we just turned this on back home, so it's taking a lot to fill up the, whatever the limit is on storage down there. I think we're done here. So let's head back to Alwaid 3. If we can find it. There we go. All right, let's go. Really ramping up the speed here. This new fuel source is great. Really lets us power up. Go fast. Okay, so we'll go back to the planet and we'll check the settings on our interplanetary, our interstellar logistics station here. Love that slam into the planet at like 1.5 kilometers per second and just, oh, I'm just landed. That's fine. Okay, where are we and where's our thing? There's something over there. Is that the one I want? Is that interplanetary? I think it is. Okay. So yes, we do need to set demand here. So iron ingots. We have local supply. We demand We demand remote supply. Look at that, 2,400 in transit. Let's set the 3,000 that we've been using. That's awesome. 300 in transit here, current. Yeah, we're using quite a bit of that. I think 3,000 is okay. Limit of 3,000. I feel like that's okay. And then let's get some copper coming in as well. Remote demand. And we'll set the limit at 3,000. So then so we're demanding these things and we're supplying locally. So we're pushing out locally. We're pulling in remotely, pushing out locally. That seems like it's okay. I wish we could put in more than 10 of these. But I guess we just have to keep working on expanding their capacity and speed. And then do I want to put these in? Do I want to put these in here? I'm not sure I do. I think we probably want this if distance exceeds the warp distance. We haven't got into warping to other planets yet, but... So max charging power, 60 megawatts. Drone transportation range, 180 degrees. Infinite transport range. Warp distance, 12 astronomical units, I guess. Minimum load of drones, 10%. Minimum load of vessels, 100%. I guess the idea behind this is, like, a vessel can't go and come back unless it can get a full cargo haul. But the drones can go and come back as long as they can get at least 10% of their cargo capacity. Which sort of makes sense. Anyway, we need to now check out our interplanetary vessel at the mall. So that is over here. We need to check this out. That's flying around doing something. Let's see. I think we already know it's working because it was already getting itself titanium and iron, right? Yeah, look at this. Look at this. Here comes the iron. Very nice. Okay. Now these can hold 30 stacks of 100. These can hold 3,000. So I'd like to... That means we're going to be pulling 6,000 out of the ground here. And I don't know if we did limits here. No, we probably need to do limits here as well. Let's limit this to 3,000 as well. I don't know what good limits are, but I feel like having much more than 3,000 in any of these is, like, not great. But this is fantastic. Let's load in the remainder of these drones that we can, I guess. Or how many did we end up making? It's got 50 now. Yeah, it's got... We built 50, it's got 50. Okay. We can slow this down a little bit by dumping in our extra iron here. Like that. I'll take one for myself. But the first four items, the first four parts of this mall are now done, which is amazing. So cool. So, iron and copper and silicon and titanium are being flown in from Alwaid I to our interplanetary vessel, and then being shipped over here to this planetary logistics station, and that is going to supply our mall. This is so cool. I know there's a ton of work and many episodes left to get this to the point I want it, but this is the basic idea that I have. I want it like this, where just everything is automated and all I have to do is come over here, and just like magic, everything is supplied for me. I want some cool screenshots here. Let me come over. I wish we could scroll out just a bit. Or maybe we do like a... Maybe we get in close and do a vertical. Something like this. Yeah, that's a cool screenshot. So next up would be the next 4 items. Let's see if we can figure out what those are going to be. We've got a few minutes left in this episode, so we can also find out how close we can place the next planetary logistics station. So, okay. Let's do... Let's make a blueprint here. Let's copy this. Or we don't need a blueprint, but we can copy it, right? Let's copy like this. Up to there-ish. Sure, that's fine. Why not? Use now. Okay. So we'll put you there. And there. Okay, we're gonna need foundation. I knew we would. So we're gonna go through a lot of foundation getting this to work the way we want it to. We don't need that much for the depots, however. We should be able to place this with a little bit of work for... We're gonna need some for the... the Tesla coil. So that didn't get copied over. Let's move it here like this. Let's try that again. I do like the way it lights up when you're in copy mode, so regardless of the time of day, you get to see everything you're doing. Okay, let's copy that. Use now. We'll put down 2, 3, 4. 4 sets. Okay, looking good. Let's fill out these dealies here. That's the technical term, dealies. Okay, so the next 4 items would be what? We did copper. We did iron, copper, silicon, titanium. I think we go magnet. Well, let's go stone. Or rather, let's do... Do I just keep it... Do I just keep it like this? I want to do like the basic items first. There's another way to look at this, which is... Well, I can't do it here. Do I have a tower available? I do. A planetary logistics tower. So I'd like to put it here if it's not too close. Let's go over here and set the foundation down, and then I'll show you what I'm talking about for the other thing I was talking about. So we need to put it down right about... It was... Where was it for this one? It's right around here. Feels like that should be sufficient. So... How is this aligned? That's on the... Well, let's see if we can... Let's just see if we can put it down. It'll be here, and then, like, something like... Yeah, we're gonna be able to build this here. Okay. So... The center line is on the second... Center line's there. Okay. I think... Is that right? Yeah, that's right. That's aligned correctly. Yeah, very nice. Okay. Let's finish up our belting. So this one comes out of here. Connects like that. This one comes out of the left front slot, connects to there. Another belt comes out of the middle slot. Comes down to this line and goes over to connect there. And then the last belt comes out of the third front slot and comes down over to connect like this. Then we place down a Tesla tower right here in this corner, which we need a little bit more foundation for. That's fine. Right like that. Okay, very nice. This is gonna work. It does look like we need one more Tesla tower to connect things up in the middle. Let's see. How many lines are these apart? So 1, 2, 3. It's hard to tell. So we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I just want it halfway, basically. Is that right? That feels right. Let's build it there. So you're 1 away from the center line. Maybe we'll move this over by 1. Because then it looks nice. Right? Because you're 1 away from the edge. You can be 1 away from the edge like your brother. And that'll connect up. And then we would have another one over here for future advancement. Okay, that looks like it's good. Now, if we take a look at the filter settings here, see how there's kind of a different layout compared to if I go... So, like, here's iron, copper, brick, coal, as opposed to iron, copper, silicon, titanium. But I guess I have to stick with... I just have to figure out what works for me. These are the 4 metallic kind of ingots. So I guess next we would do, like, maybe stone products. So, like, brick. No, gears are made from iron. We could do brick and glass. Those are both made from stone. I think we do brick and glass. And then maybe magnets and magnetic coils. That works for me. So let's do a little bit of brick in here. Do a little bit of glass in this one. A little bit of magnet over here. And a little bit of magnetic coil over here. And now we have our setup. Got another pile sorter upgrade. Okay. So I think you guys get the idea. It's going to be a while before this is done, but I'm going to fully automate everything. We'll bring things in from other planets if we need to. By the time I'm done, we will catch up with all of our current tech and have every single thing that can be produced in production automatically. And it's going to take several episodes to do, but I think it's worth it. And then we'll start teching up to like purple science and start thinking about building a Dyson sphere. That's going to be it for this time. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. We'll be back with more Dyson sphere program in the next episode. Hope to see you then. Take care.